Coming from America, living in America, you see it. Sometimes when you're taking care of your family and you're working a job, sometimes you might lose the job, sometimes you might get fired, sometimes the job might relocate and you can't relocate. Sometimes the job might close down, go into foreclosure, you know what I'm saying? And you lose your job and you have to go get a next job. And in your searching and seeking, money is low and you know you can't depend on nobody else but self. So you have to go seek it and find it. So you get a job now that requires you to come in on Saturday and work for you to feed your family. Would you deny that job and see your family starve, not having? No, you will work that Sabbath day until you can find a job where it's more pleasing to you that doesn't require you to work on that Saturday, on that Sabbath. So, in these instances, we see that there is a greater teaching to that of he that don't remember the Sabbath to keep it holy and observe the Sabbath, but works on the Sabbath day shall be surely put to death. There is truly a deeper meaning to it. If you take it physically, it does not amount to anything and is not of any spiritual gain to a person. You see it. So, remember, the Sabbath day was made for man and not man for the Sabbath. Therefore, man is Lord even of the Sabbath day. Meaning, he is free to do as he please on that day, the seventh day, which is Saturday. For if, as it says in the parable, one of your sheep fall in a hole in a gutter on the Sabbath day, and you hearing the sheep crying out, wouldn't you get up and go run and work to get that sheep out of that gutter? And when you have gotten it out, even being on the Sabbath day, you will rejoice with that one sheep as with the 99. You see it? And then again, it come and it talk about the Sabbath day, how David went on the Sabbath day into the chamber where the high priest alone go on the Sabbath, which is forbidden for anyone else to go, including the king. And David went in on the Sabbath day and did take the shewbread, which is the bread that they offer during their ceremonies, during their communion and these things, and did give it to his men, and they did eat, being at hungered, and was not counted as one that broke the Sabbath. And how that he went into the field of corn on the Sabbath day, he and his men being hungry, and went and eat on the Sabbath, picking the corn, doing the work that is not lawful to do on that day, that was given, that was placed by the Jews. Those things were placed by the Jews. They that call themselves Jews but are not, but are the synagogues of Satan. You can see where they are even to this day. For the land of Israel is the land of Sodom and Gomorrah. To this day, they haven't moved their location. So we know who they are, and we need not follow their ways. You see it. So the Sabbath is not something where, if on Saturday you don't prepare from Friday evening sundown, and then Saturday you have to come cook some food and clean up the place and thing. No, you're not profaning the Sabbath, my Lord and Empress. You're doing a good deed. For it is good to do good on the Sabbath. It is good to save life and not to take life. You see it? So anytime there is something good to be done on the Sabbath, do it. The Sabbath is a day of rejoicing. Like when you read the Feta Negas, which is the glory of the laws of the kings. Yes, right? And it speak about the Sabbath day, because it tell you the different days of the week, and it tell you whether they are spiritual or physical days, whether they are fast days or they are physical days. And it show you say Monday, Wednesday, and Friday are fast days. But Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday are feast days, days of rejoicing. Your Sabbath supposed to be a time of rejoicing, when you have seen all your works perfect and done, and you have come to an end from all your works. And now you enter into your Sabbath to see your works which you have created unfold and manifest in your world. You see it, my people? So this is the true order of the Sabbath. That's why it says we must remember to keep it holy. Because if you don't enter a Sabbath in the art of manifestation, in the art of calling forth and invoking, the art of divination, which is the ancient way of we, the Africans, that travel from Mesopotamia and beyond, that came from the stars and landed on this planet here, and has made it our home ever since. Yes, right. It is we with the art of divination, the art of calling forth and invoking, the art of manifesting that which we have within our minds. And this is why we are feared so much in the earth. For the power is still in us, but it is sleeping. For we was taught by our enemy to think out of self and to approach creation with our five senses, which is 10% of our mind, of which 10% is the tithes that we should be given to the 90% of our mind, our intuitive mind, which is our imagination, which is Melchizedek, which is Christ Jesus, which is the living word, the hand and might of the living God, the awareness of creation, of which awareness is within all things and all things within this awareness. You see it? And I stand, the center of my reality, the center of my world. And through I thoughts, I create and manifest all the things them that I experience in I world, whether it be good or bad. That's why it say God is no respect of person. For your awareness of being is no respect of person. Whatever you think of with feeling, so shall it manifest to you, for you to experience. For it see it as something that you desire, because you place feeling on it within. And as long as you place feeling on anything within you, you shall manifest it without you. You see it. And that is the order of creation. That's why I spoke and I said that there is a difference between the commandments and the laws of God. And we was not taught the laws of God from those that hate us, right? That don't want to see us rise, don't want to see us in our greatest ideal of self. Don't want to see us as a thriving, prosperous nation, a prosperous people. You see it. Those people set in place things to keep us in bondage, keep us from knowing ourselves. You see it? And what they placed was something that creates what they call the matrix, which is a mental construct of how you view creation. And from that mental construct of how you view creation, which is your perception of creation, including all the limitations them that you have learned from small that exist within creation, the limitations of your body, the limitations of your mind, the limitations of time, space, and these dimensions that intertwine within each other. These things which are called the matrix is what they use to place us in bondage. They did not use the Bible. They did not use any other outward instrument. For they knew that in order to destroy we as a people, they had to destroy our perception of God. Is right? Our outlook of our Creator. They had to destroy that. And if you look into the Bible, you will see that the outlook of our Creator is still firmly placed in there. They that have eyes to see will see. Is right? But what they did now is that they constructed a mental pattern of thinking that forces us to think and navigate the world with our five senses. Is right? And the reality of creation is that our thoughts projects out and creates our reality, and our five senses are our helpers, our servants that relay back what the effects of our thoughts. You see it, my people? So they turned us inside out. And by turning us inside out, they have us approaching the effects of our minds as they are causes. And in doing so, we are affected by our effects instead of learning from our effects what to change in our mind and what to keep going. You see it? So this mental construct is the matrix, is the mental slavery that the whole entire earth is under. Well, except for the indigenous man them, the ones them who has never been intertwined with colonialism, deep in the bushes, who never really see the colonial man and intertwine with them and learn of his ways. Those ones will be rooted to creation, rooted to nature, rooted to the same vibration of the all and the one. It's right? Our original self. For originally, we was totally in tune with the universe and with nature. You see it? Knowing that we can go into our mind and awaken in there and travel the heavens as light beings. We have the capacity even today to do it. And that is what this whole awakening is about. But many shall be led astray, because not many are speaking the truth about it. They are leading ones to think that the awakening is just solely about material things, turning the house of God into a den of thieves. You see it? Instead of showing the people that this awakening is about renewing the world, your world, the people within your world, seeing them perfect and whole, seeing them pure and clean, forgiving all that is before you, understanding that they are just but reflections of you. You see it?